National Avenue and 70th Street in the City of West Dallas, and authorizing and directing settlement of the said contract in accordance with the contract sum 2019 project number 17 for the final payment amount of $1,650.60 of the $25,927 total project cost.
Move for approval.
Moved by Alderman Vitale, seconded by Alderman Lysick. Further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 36, resolution to approve the bid, American Sewer Services Incorporated, for installation of concrete curb, gutter, concrete pavement, concrete sidewalks, driveway replacement, sanitary sewer relays, storm sewer relays, water main relays, building services, and utility adjustments in South and 90th Street from West Greenfield Avenue to West Lapham Street in city limits of City of West Dallas in the amount of $1,387,304.50.
So move.
Moved by Alderman
Second.
Vitale, seconded by Alderman Lysick. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried. Number 37 is the request from the downtown West Dallas Business Improvement District to close South 76th Street to South West Greenfield Avenue, South 74th Street, Southwest Greenfield Avenue, starting at 2 o'clock p.m. Sunday, June 6, 2020, through 8 p.m. Sunday, June 7th, 2020, close West Greenfield Avenue from the South 70th to South 76th and adjacent side streets north and south to the alley, starting at 5 a.m. through 8 p.m. on Sunday, June 6th, and requesting the barricades with flashing lights be set up for West Alice a la carte.
So move.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Stefanski, seconded by Alderman Lysick. Just
Vitale.
further,
It's okay, that's fine.
That was-
What's-
it was, I'm sorry, Vitale?
Yep.
Changed-
okay.
Did you change it to Vitale? I got it.
I got it.
that's-
I got it right now.
Okay.
Just for further discussion, I just want to let everybody know that the world-famous à la carte beer tenders will be back at the beer.
We'll be back at the duty, eh?
Yeah, they'll be back at duty for the serving of the, with Eric Diamond and Marcel. So,
All right. I mean,
with that, it's been moved by Alderman Stefanski, seconded by Alderman Vitale. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried. Number 38 and 39?
Yes,
Are both of the 38 and 39 were the public hearings today?
yes, yes,
Move for
correct.
approval.
That's correct.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Lysick, second Alderman Stefanski, Lysick, Stefanski. Any further discussions on 38 and 39? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried. Number 40, resolution and vacation to discontinue the portion of South, this was the second public hearing.
Correct.
So move.
Moved
Second.
by Alderman Stefanski, so, was that
Yeah.
Tom? Seconded by Alderman Lysick. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. That will be it for Public Works. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Ben,
Ready?
thank you.
Thank you.
We don't got too much.
Okay, Safety and Development meeting will come to order. Let it be noted Alderman Ranky is excused. All other members are present. First order of business is the approval of minutes. Now, this isn't even on the agenda. I know it's on the agenda for Safety and Development Committee meeting, and it's just approval of minutes.
Approval of minutes, yeah, and I guess the directive I got was that we need you to adopt that or pass.
Well,
those
yeah, it's nice to
minutes.
approve the minutes, but it should have been on the council agenda.
I'd have to-
Well, it's
I'll have
on the
to-
committee agenda, but I don't think I can report it out.
No, you can approve it, but you
We can
can't put
approve
it
it,
out.
but I can't report it out tonight, so it'll have to sit in committee and
To the
be
next-
reported out.
next-
put it-
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
Council meeting in May.
because it has to be on the agenda, I think.
I'll double check with Steve.
Ask
I'll
Yeah,
check with Kale,
Yeah.
but we can approve it, and then I'll find out if I
Yeah,
can.
Yeah,
move
move
for
for
approval.
approval of it. Oh, I'll second it.
Been moved by Barzak, seconded by Vitale for approval. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried. Ranky excused. Then we have item 41. This is a resolution declaring West Allis a la carte a community event.
Move to approve.
Second.
Barzak, seconded by Stefanski. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Item 42 on your agenda. This says it's sponsored by me. It's really sponsored by the committee. This is a resolution approving an affordable housing extension through tax incremental district number 9, Pioneer Neighborhood, to benefit affordable housing and improve housing stock within the city of West Allis. briefly, what this is we are looking to close, we have the opportunity to close the Heritage TIF district. And there's $300,000 available in there. Peggy and Patrick brought it to the attention of Community Development Authority and this committee that the state has changed their laws on this, and we could extend the TIF for one more year, keep the entire $300,000 in tax money, but it's got to be used for housing.
Improvements? You mean like,
Anywhere in the city. It can be used anywhere in the city, and they set up some programs in Oshkosh and in Menasha. Peggy actually set them up there, where they did all kinds of things for rehab loans around the
right,
city.
okay, that's what I meant, for improvement. A new
Improvement.
roof or windows or,
And also for purchasing. They would give low-income people money for a down payment, say I think theirs was $5,000, and they had 5 years to pay it back if they stayed in the city. I mean, they had 5 years commitment to stay in the city, and if they stayed in the city at that house for 5 years, the loan would be forgiven. So the other option is the next resolution, which is to close the TIF, and then the city gets roughly $125,000 back in taxes, and the rest of the money goes to all the other taxing districts, over $200,000. And we get the money goes into the general fund then, and $53,000, I believe it was could be used for, against our levy.
So,
The rest gets
so the
eaten
other
up
gets,
with
the school gets their portion, the
Right,
county gets their
MATC,
portion,
county.
MATC gets their portion.
So we have two choices. I mean, now the CDA voted 4-2 to close the TIF district. Their thoughts were that they liked the idea of the low-income housing, helping people, and it was one of the questions that came up in the first district aldermanic forum that you were at, Vince. They asked the question, what are the candidates going to do to increase home ownership in the first district? Their concern was, and rightfully so, the number of houses that are being rental units now, and then people.
Absentee land.
Yep, it's all absentee landlords. The CDA felt 4-2 that it was not enough money to really make a big impact, and they said they wanted to wait a few years till a larger TIF was closing, where we could get $500, $700, $1 million off the TIF to use for that purpose, because they felt the purpose is good and they want to do it, but they just didn't feel this was enough money. Am I right, Patrick?
So, Tom,
So-
Alderman Lysick, the question would be, there's 300,000, I think you said?
Yep.
So if we do that, we cannot do it for that couple million that's coming, or we still could do it for that
Oh,
too?
sure, we can do it for that,
Oh, all right.
yeah.
Mr. Chair,
So, Alderman
so
Stefanski.
if we don't close this, or if we do close this, what kind of advantage do we have as far as helping with our city budget?
You get 123,000, and if, the way Peggy explained it, and I'm not the expert, there's,
Two aspects to it.
right,
The first part of it is property tax relief, and then the other part, you have to reduce your levy. So that has two different aspects to it, so the most that we gain is like 53,000.
53,000 out of 125.
Of 125.
But that 53,000 could help with
Oh, yeah.
things that we're struggling with.
Yep, absolutely, no question about it.
But $300,000 in improvements in a city that needs improvements
Yep,
is very beneficial, especially when we're trying to improve our image.
As you look at our strategic plan, the 5-year strategic plan for the city, both of these fall right in line with that plan. We want to manage our TIFs effectively, provide property tax relief. We're doing that. We have a TIF that's closed out. We have a nice development on a vacant bus. So it achieved all those goals. The second thing is, and it's also very common, you hear about exterior code enforcement wanting to address deteriorating investment in properties, trying to get people to fix up their properties. Now, of that 300,000, 75% has to be used for affordable housing. 25% can be used for any income. So someone asked, what about the federal programs that we have? Yes, it falls kind of in line with that, with the affordability. However, under the affordability on federal programs, you have a lot of federal requirements, a lot more difficulty. This doesn't have that. We also can use this 300,000 anywhere in the whole city. It could be the western side of the city to fix up properties. It could be to address lead lines. It can be used to, you name it, it can be done as long as it's part of our strategic plan of the city.
And low income,
75%.
Right.
The rest 25%.
25%.
It does not factor in the low income, it can be anybody.
And there is no program set up for it right now in the city. We'd have to set up a program and set our own parameters if we wanted to do that.
so the one, which one, Tom, is, the first one is the one for the 300,000?
The first one is the one to extend the TIF for another year and keep the 300,000 in the city. The second one is to close the TIF.
What
Actually,
number?
excuse me, Mr. Chairman, the first one actually also says you can extend it for a year, and at that point, it becomes closed.
Yeah, it becomes closed. It closes in another year automatically.
What number is that?
This is
42.
42.
I move for approval of number 42.
I'll second it.
Been moved by Barzak, seconded by Vitale for approval of number 42. Is there any further discussion?
So,
Mr. Chair,
Alderman Stefanski?
so real quick, the money that we've got that we could get back, we wouldn't get back this $300,000 this year for our budget, correct?
No, we do not get that back.
But we could get $53,000 back for our budget,
Right.
Yes.
which, depending on what happens with this coronavirus, could help us financially if our budget runs over.
Well, hopefully, it could.
Could.
Hopefully, we're gonna be able to get that money back from the state and the feds with the, that's why we did the mayor did the emergency and the governor did the emergency. Because that makes us eligible to collect all that money that we're spending right now, so. I mean, that's, but you are absolutely correct. It's used for tax reduction.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Any further discussion?
move for adjourn.
No,
No,
we have to
no.
vote on it.
We have to vote on this.
Oh,
and
I'm
one
sorry
more.
about, I thought we voted on it already. I apologize.
And we have to,
You said,
Vote on this one and the next one.
Yep.
yeah, then place the other one. Yep.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed?
No?
So it's 3-1.
Next number up, Mr. Chairman, is, because I don't have agenda in front of me, I'm sorry.
It's 43,
I moved to place 43 on file.
Second.
3 on file. Been moved by Barzak, oops, seconded by Vitale. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed?
No?
Carried.
Now, Vince.
Anything else to come before the committee?
Any need for a standing committee in the next couple of weeks
For a what?
for our regular safety and development committee meeting?
I don't think so unless you have something.
Not yet.
I mean, I know that there's talk of having to have a special meeting for Cobalt.
Yes, we're not there yet.
We're not there yet.
You have a meeting, no
Yep.
problem.
Okay.
I have,
Yeah.
So it's up to the discretion of the Development Department. If they need a meeting, they're gonna let us
I'm
know.
employed till the 23rd,
We appreciate that.
22nd,
22nd, 22nd.
second.
Actually, the 21st. Is that when the?
Yeah, you're right, midnight of the 21st.
Could be longer.
Yep, might be longer. It's up to the governor
Yep.
and the legislature.
I made a motion to adjourn.
There's what? No, I know. I know. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried. We are adjourned.
That was not.
There's no talk, huh?